All right, we are live once again, live on YouTube. Let's get going. We only have 30 minutes until market open, so let's start analyzing these charts quite quickly so we can be prepared for today's New York Open. Look, we are ripping based off Nvidia earnings. That's what I thought was going to happen. Remember when I told you guys on Monday that don't be surprised to be chopping around here. Once Nvidia earnings come, this market will take a direction. Not only that, look at the volatility. New contract, VIX contract issued, and we are suppressing volatility now, which is excellent. Absolutely brilliant to see. So that is a really good thing. Hopefully we can find some bull pivots today to long off. And I will go in with full size today if we are below this pivot. If we're below this pivot, I will go with full size today. Hopefully we can get a nice bull setup. Right now the market is ripping. So let's have a look at what's going on. Pre-market game plan. I'll put on the levels here. We are now over the previous week value area low based off the jobs data today. Fed rate cut tool is now pricing in a 40% chance compared to a 30% chance yesterday, and we're kind of ripping off that news. So that is a good sign. I did a little bit of analysis in the morning today. I'm going to quickly cover that with you guys right now. If you see, I pulled a volume profile of this little range here, and we are now above previous week value area low. We have this massive volume void over here. Okay, so all this range is no volume. So I expect the market to try and trade up there, get exhausted, come back down. I'd want to see value area low held and then move up to this new range of volume that we have up here in the profile. That's what I kind of want to see for bullish continuation in this market. If we do drop down, I want to see this level hold. We already held it once. Will we hold it again? I'm not too sure. If we lose that level, then it's value area low over here. I don't want to see beyond that point, to be honest with you. I want to see these lows holding. If we go under this level, I think this is going to get really messy. It's going to get really messy, probably into a bear market. So let's take a look at some of the gamma exposure levels today. Let's see what we've got. Let's reload this. Got to reload this every day because this has new data released every day. So let's copy over the NASDAQ data, NQ Futures. Let's see where the gamma exposure levels are today. Okay, yeah, very far apart. You see, there's nothing in here to resist or support. So once we get the initial rejection from this area, this void of volume, come back into here. I want to see this price hold, and then I can see the market kind of moving through this very, very quickly. So that's my idea here. Either we rip our open all the way to here, or we rip our open, come back, try and hold this level and then move higher. All the gamma exposure levels are way down here, which is not a good sign. Not a good sign. And we don't have anything up front at the top side. So let's take a look at ES. Quickly look at this. See where gamma exposure levels are for ES. Let's copy and paste the levels. All right, so ES, yeah, it's getting rejected off that gamma level. All the pivots are down as well. Right, I want to see this pivot hold on ES. Come down here, trade into here, then move to higher prices. ES is actually looking more bullish than NQ. Has plenty of support down in here. Has plenty more plenty more support than NQ does. Let's have a look at SPY. Okay, big gap on SPY. So today half gap is going to be support, guys. All right, today half gap is going to be support. Massive gap up we have today. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw the fib on a 0.5. That's where we are right now. Move this. Okay. So either we get a gap and go, or we get half gap support and then we rally. All right, that's what I want to see on SPY. So let's have a look at some gamma levels on SPY. So SPY and the QQQ will have big gamma levels today. Sorry, big gaps. They will have big gaps today. Let's have a look at where the gamma levels are. Okay, that's 0 gamma. That's going to be support. Support here. Support here. Plenty of support on SPY. Take a look at QQQ. QQQ also has a gap. Let's take this, move it to here. Here to here. Okay. Drop it down to 5 minutes. Again, same thing. Half gap support. Big gap up on Nvidia earnings. Let's take a look at the QQQ hedge pressure levels. Same thing. Just a moment, guys. Just a moment. Give me 2 secs. I'll be back. Gotta stay hydrated. As always, I love to stay hydrated, guys. So we have support all the way here. So those are your A plus pivots. Either we get a gap and go, or we come down. Some support here. I'm not going to long the highs. Not going to do that. Going to wait for a pivot here in between these two levels. I'll long here and I'll long here again, depending on the distance of points between NQ. I may ladder in or just go full size stop, full size. Another trade here. The rest of the levels are way down here, and that's not where we want to see the market trading today. Will be nice to get a gap and go. I may take a long as for a gap and go. I may do that. Order flow right now is kind of selling off a little bit in the market. Could be a trap to the downside, maybe reverse back higher. I do expect NQ to wick below, to wick above these highs, right? Wick above, and then maybe come down. Want to see this hold and move higher. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Go up here, wick that, come back down, and then something like this is what I want to see on the NASDAQ. So we would have to be patient today with our trading. Let's see SPX. Let's go on spot gamma. Okay, let's take a look at the gamma exposure levels here. So SPX is going to be gapping up. Wall trigger is right here. We've got support down here. That's the big hedge pressure level where gamma flips from positive to negative. We don't want to see the market coming all the way down here, to be honest. Okay, we don't want to be seeing that, because overall that still signals bearishness, even though we may bounce from here. That'll just be a bounce maybe to a lower low again. So I don't want to see that. I want to see, I think SPX is going to open around here somewhere, maybe come down, support from here, and then move higher, is what I want to see on the NQ, on the SPX. If anybody is in the chat, please let me know if the stream is okay, if it's working. But I think I'm getting a error on the video part of it. I think there's going to be a bit of buffering today with the streaming. Really need to find a way to get the perfect settings on YouTube for live streaming. We'll get there though, I'm sure we'll get there one day. We'll definitely get there. Just going to take a little bit more time. Yeah, everything looks okay. So that is the plan for today, guys. That's the plan for today. Right now we are selling off. I may take a long here to here for a move above these highs. So let's mark this as liquidity right here. Liquidity. Okay, let's just minimize that. That would be a very big move. We wouldn't need to hold it for that long, but you could hold some contracts. If I'm going to hit it with 5 contracts here to here, I'll probably take off 3 and then let 2 run, maybe do something like that on this one. But I may take a long. Let's have a look at the order flow right now. Oh, previous day high is way down there, 987. That's way down there. 955 is the open. Yeah, a lot of negative delta here. Look at how small the candles are. I'm not really getting rewarded. It's still bullish. All right, it is still bullish. So I may just pop a small little long here with 2 contracts. I'll go long with 2 contracts.
Order filled.
Yeah. And then if we rally at the open, I can just add some more. If we move down towards the value area low, I'll add 3 more for a full size position here. So that's what my plan is today. That is my plan. I am long on the market. I'm long NQ with 2 micros. Okay, just 2 micros. If we come down here, I'll go full size and try and take it as high as possible. See what the order flow is doing, but I do think we can get a rush of order flow or bullish order flow and take out the liquidity above this high. That's kind of my thinking right now. The order flow, I'm trying to squeeze those latest shorts. Struggling a little bit, the longs, but should be all right. Drop to 184 is from my entry is around a 35-40 point drop. If I hit it with 3 more, I'll be down 5 contracts, probably around 16 or 17 points. So not that much wiggle room. That's one of the reasons I don't like DCAing into positions. But yeah, I'm willing to take 50 points on that on the first trade. That account, the one I took it on, is balance is at 52,000. I've got it up to 52,000 on that one, on that eval. I traded some PM session price action. Pretty decent setups in the PM. I found in the past few days. Yesterday I couldn't go live because I had a few things to do, so I couldn't get to my computer, but I did manage to get to my computer for the PM session. All right, so 10 minutes to market open. See how we open today. Massive gap, very big gap today on the NQ. Volatility is still suppressing. Really nice to see, is exactly what I envisaged, because we had a new VIX contract on yesterday. Okay, we had a brand new VIX contract on the 19th, which was yesterday, right? So this is the midway point, and we're under that right now. So anything under it, and we get a nice bull pivot, we want to be taking those longs. That'll be really nice, really nice. Those trades are the best trades. When volatility is suppressed, we get a pullback into our strong pivots. I love to see it. Let's see how Bitcoin is doing at the moment. This is not Bitcoin, this is Dogecoin. Bitcoin is red again. It's not looking very good at all, Bitcoin. Not looking good at all. Looks like it's putting in a bottom. It looks like it's putting in a bottom. even RSI, I love to look at the 3-day RSI. Bitcoin is not oversold on 3-day yet. I'm waiting for this to be oversold on a 3-day. Hopefully, you see, a 3-day over here as well almost got oversold. We've got a massive bull market. You can see COVID 3-day RSI oversold, massive bull market. Even here, got towards the lowest bull market. Here, look at this one. We were in a bear market, got to oversold on the 3-day RSI, and then got a massive bounce on Bitcoin. 47% bounce on Bitcoin we got there. So that's kind of what I'm expecting right now on Bitcoin. A sizable bounce. Back up to at least 104, between 102 to 105. This level, and then maybe the bear market resumes in 2026. Smooth Trader was saying 50%. He was saying 50% from the highs will take us to around between 60 and 55,000. I don't tend to disagree with that. I think that is definitely on the cards for crypto. And what you have to remember is in 2017, when Bitcoin put in the high, the S&P did not. S&P went on. When Bitcoin was in the bear market in 2017, the S&P 500 continued to make new all-time highs. It never went in the bear market. The only bear market SPX experienced from this point was the flash crash during COVID. So what you have to remember is crypto and the stock market, they can decouple at certain periods. So just because crypto's crashed does not mean the stock market is going to crash. And right now the stock market is looking okay. I am long on this market, K-Dog, right now. Long at the open. I am small size right now. If we get a drop to here, I'm going to add more to the position. Try and take it higher today. So that's what I kind of expect. If we drop down, then half gap, zero gamma level here, and the half gap is going to be crucial support. But I do think we can continue moving higher. I laid out my plan pre-market. What I'm expecting is a sweep of this liquidity level and then a drop back, maybe trade back down here and then move to these levels way up here. Melanie, how are you? Nice to see you in here. Great to see you in here. How are you? How are you today? How's everyone doing? You guys been trading pre-market? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? What do we think today? I'm going to turn on my AC because the room feels like a sauna right now. So all right. You're pissed? What do you mean pissed meaning pissed as in drunk, or you're pissed off, like you're not happy? Because us Brits, when we say pissed, it means we're drunk. Man, I drink a lot of water. What about you guys? Do you guys drink a lot of water? I feel like I drink a lot of water. I'm drinking water like all the time. I panic when there's no water around. I think I was meant to be a fish. Me trade pre-market not blowing up, but I did trade the funded. My MFF got 400 with the jobs numbers. On that spike, right? You're talking about this spike? This spike, right? Nice, Kato. Oh no, Melanie. Why are you pissed off? What happened? Tell me what happened. Why are you pissed off? Yeah, 400 is nice, K-Doc. I can't give you any financial advice on stream. But if I was up 400 unfunded, I'd be locking that account right now. One minute to market open. I have a long position open right now. The only concern is the data wick. I think we might come and revisit this wick down here. That is the data wick, yeah, 830. Melon, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. You're going to tell us at 10. So you don't like to lay out a pre-market game plan, I'm assuming. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, we are open. Okay, we're going to get a gap and go. Falling back inside. Falling back inside. Straight through the value area low. Looks like we're gonna go for that data wick. I'm out of this trade. I'm not gonna add it. Down 50 points. Stream is delayed. I will say 10 seconds or so. This is market. Does it have a live button on YouTube? Do you see a live? If you click the live, is it still delayed? Okay, so we are pulling back into a VWAP here. Getting a bounce off it. Bit of a choppy open so far. Not the best looking open. NQ's opposite than the YM. I don't really pay attention to YM, to be honest, but do they normally correlate? Because I know NQ and ES are always correlated. I don't know about the Dow. Because Dow, I'm sure like a week ago put in an all-time high. Now NQ, QQQ is trying to rip. I think I would love a dip to here, so I can take some longs. Volatility is actually still going down. ES is looking more bullish than NQ. It swept the high pre-market. Not a lot of support here. Yeah, SPX is open up way up there. These are the dips. that we can play today on SPX. Right now, not really an area that I'm seeing for a long. Order flow still looking bullish, very healthy volume. Let's move it off 5 minutes. No, it looked healthy because it was on 5 minutes. Let me see the volume now. Actually decent. It's decent volume. Have to watch my caramelized cinnamon almonds. Cinnamon almonds. That's interesting. Cinnamon almonds. Never heard of that before. What do cinnamon almonds taste like? I like roasted almonds. I've tasted roasted almonds before. Not cinnamon almonds. All right, so we're trying to get above previous week value area low. SPY is trying to gap and go. ES trying to go. SPX is trying to go. NQ is lagging a bit. Do I want a long? Do I want to long and play a catch-up trade on the NQ? Not too sure. Not too sure yet. Yes, it's trying to move higher. QQQ is now trying to move higher. SPX is gap and go. So you could kind of see the SPX do this and then come down. They're trying to go. Could be a fake out and drop back into a range. That would be a lot better, so we can get some setups. QQQ is dropping back inside. I really want QQQ to come down here. But this is a must hold for me. This area here is a must hold if we're going to see continuation. You come down here, it's not going to look good. Sugar, cinnamon, almonds. Interesting. Very interesting. Trying to hold value area low. Do I want to hit a long here? SPY, I can see SPY doing this. Come up here and then come down. And you could miss a long. Same with the NQ. I could see the NQ doing something like this. So order flow, a lot of liquidity. Starting to look bullish. Starting to look bullish. Like they want to go higher. But that second green candle here was not a very good attempt by the bulls. Still a lot of orders willing to support. They're lifting though, which is not a good sign. Yeah, my mom. She likes peanuts, almonds, walnuts. Says the nuts are healthy, so I should be eating a lot of nuts. You're long? Long or wong? Are you wong? Choppy open, very choppy. Very choppy open so far. The VWAP is holding, which is decent sign. Really, really choppy open though. Very, very choppy. This is not good. Very indecisive. It's trying to move higher. It's really choppy. They're not going to make it easy. There is no trade, says Melody. There is no trade. And I tend to agree. I don't think there is a trade here. I do not think there's a trade. As tempting as it looks to long this to new highs, I think it's just best to stay away for some better pivots. NQ hasn't got anything. ES really hasn't got much either. NQ may hold this value very low. I don't know. It's a very small little range. So we could see a bounce from here to here. But it's SPX support is way down here. QQQ, we're at some form of support here, some hedge level, some hedging activity here. So it's bouncing off that right now. That level corresponds right now at the VWAP. Live when I type is delayed 10-15 seconds. Yeah. I don't know, this OBS thing, I've got to work it out properly to see what's going on because I'm getting a lot of delay. You know, randomly disconnected a couple of times last time. Well, I'm sure I'll get there. We'll get there soon. Yeah, just gonna stay patient for now. Really want to see QQQ here. Right now, it's still holding, trying to go higher. This is a scalper's range. Probably scalpers are probably making decent dough right now on this, but I just want a better pivot. I have a perfect hairline. Yeah, I'm blessed with good hair. I am blessed with good hair. Thankful. Thanks to God. I still have my hair at the age of 38. So, yeah, that's one good thing. The hair's good. But the only thing about having hair is you got to get haircuts every time, and that costs a lot of money. So, and I get my hair cut every single week because I like to stay looking fresh, stay looking clean. So I get my hair cut every single week, and I have been doing that for the past God knows how long, like 15 years. I would say even longer than that. On a side note, it is my birthday on Monday. I will be 38 years of age. So the age is not doing me any favors, but yeah, the hair is good because I think hair, to be honest with you, is a lot to do with genetics. Because my dad has a full set of hair, even he's like almost 70 years old. So I think a lot of it's to do with genetics. A lot of my cousins and friends are bald. That's because their fathers are also bald. So I think that genetics has a lot to do with it. Too young. Age is just a number. Marlene, do you not know age is just a number? Melanie, have you got any children, or where are you living, by the way? You live in Germany, right? One of my friends has arrived from the UK last night. I have people arriving like all the time. I had my brother, my mother was here. Have friends, family visiting Dubai all the time. So never shortage of any entertainment. I'll tell you that much. My ex-husband's 10 years younger. I am 46. My husband's 36. You know where I live, and I have one son. Yeah. It's nice, Melanie. Children are great, but very hard work. Villa party. You're crazy, Kato. You're crazy. As Muslims, we have to stay low key. At least you won't understand what I'm saying on stream. This is trying to rip now, guys. It's held this gamma exposure level. I didn't want a long here. Don't really like long in the top, but it's at the open, so I do think we can trade higher. Yeah, everything's trying to gap and go. There is a lot of orders here. You see these orders? Got to get some real bull strength here. Yeah, there it is. Going for the highs. Yeah, it's gone. I don't think this is just going to keep rallying though. I just don't see that. They're going to make it hard. Could just be a sweep and a retrace. Yes, it's moon mission right now compared to NQ. Again, let's put this up here. I think that's probably your draw on liquidity. Up here, come back down, try to hold and then go higher. May not even get a trade today, honestly. May not even get a trade. This is probably not going to pull back to where I want this thing to pull back to. And taking setups here just would be just for streaming purposes. This would not be any A plus setup here. I'm not shorting because VIX is suppressed. It's not above midpoint. So no shorting, no longing. And if a profile is built, the profile is only going to be built until the PM session. So what do I mean by profile being built? This is just open. So this is Asia. New York is building this profile. There's no real levels of it unless we start rallying, then the profile starts building. You get volume building here, and then you can kind of take a trade in the PM session as a continuation long. Okay, that's kind of the idea. Yeah. Or we get a nice pullback on the QQQ into here, and we can take a trade. Keep forgetting to change my screen to illustrate to you guys what I was talking about. So basically what I'm saying is this profile has not been built out yet because we are still very early, not even half an hour into the session. So if we can continue rallying right now up here and we get a profile being built here as a D, and we get a pullback, we could potentially long the retrace, as S&P likes to call retrace, pullback long. This would be my idea of a pullback long. You build a profile here in your volume, you get the pullback into the LVN, the low volume node, and then you take a long. It would not be based off any gamma exposure levels. This would be based off a trend continuation, which is still a good long trade if we end up getting a trend day today. Either that or we get a deeper pullback into QQQ and we can long live stream on the stream, because I think if we get this, your long is probably going to come in the PM. We go up here, come back down, 1:30 Eastern. I'll be off the stream by then, so that's kind of the idea. This is a very choppy session. Don't waste your money in here, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna wait for my idea. Let's see where the weekly profile is. Put this on a 5-minute chart. Trading above value area high, so really bullish right now. Kind of want to see NQ outside of here now. Okay, get some acceptance, get a nice auction before launching higher. What do I mean by that is I want see some volume on this side of the profile, fill in liquidity, and then move higher through this, because you can see a big volume void here. I think we can move quickly pass through that volume void and get trading into these levels. What I don't want to see, to be honest, is NQ heading back and getting acceptance inside the value area high, because once you start getting acceptance here, the probabilities of you trading down to point of control become a lot greater. Trading to value area low become a lot greater. So you don't want to see too much acceptance under this value area high. So that's kind of what I want to see. We are starting to build some volume here now, which is a good sign. Stepping our way higher. £100. Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's how it works, man. You just gotta, you gotta stay patient. Gotta wait for your setup. If your setup doesn't arrive, then unfortunately you gotta just wait. Trading is mainly a waiting game, man. The more you wait, the more price action is going to develop. Everything's going to be a lot more clear. Yeah, patience pays. Patience pays. You get that one trade and hit a home run, 60-70 points. That's all you need. Close the laptop. Goodbye. That's all you need. No need to overtrade this. It's just squeezing right now. There's no trade. Scalpers can trade this, sure. They can trade it. But this is not my style right now. This is not my kind of style of trading. I'll wait for strong pivots. If they come, great. If they don't, then we move on to the next day. Try and look for a new setup. Yeah. As I told you, I was saying that. I said Peter Brandt was saying that. Peter Brandt was saying 90% of his profits come from 5% of days. That's what he said. But the problem with that is most of these prop firms kind of dissuade you from trading in that manner. The reason for that is we have consistency. If you don't have consistency, then you have a payout cap. So that's some of the restrictions on prop firms that I don't like. You don't get that with your live account. You trade your live account, you can hit big wins, and those big wins provide you with that cushion to stack up smaller wins. And that's what he said. That's his kind of idea. Even investing in the stock market, I think the statistics are 10% of days produce majority of the profits, even in the stock market. That's why they said don't try and time the stock market. Just invest and forget about it. Because if you try timing it, then those 10 best days, you might miss them. You might miss a majority of the profits. So that's the kind of the idea. Same thing with trading. You get certain days where your setup is just perfect. Everything's lining up. Volatility is low. Order flow is giving you confirmation. It's a nice healthy bull market. You can trade it and be confident that you're going to get maybe a 5 to 1, 6 to 1 on it. So I think funded next. That's why a lot of people were loving those legacy accounts, because they don't have any consistency. They don't, but there is a payout cap, 50%. Again, that kind of hinders you. But after 30 days of profitability, I think you could take out the full thing. However, I heard rumors that they're changing that rule now. So firms like that are playing a very dangerous game, because obviously the few traders that are really good, they're going to continue getting big payouts, and a firm like that could face liquidity issues. I'm just gonna take a coffee break, guys. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Small coffee break. Let's have a look. What's going on with Bitcoin? Pulling back again. Not looking great. I still think there's a big bounce coming. It has to. There just has to be a big bounce coming here. Right now, I think the market has to price in that there might not be another cut in rates. So I think once the market's discounted that and factored that in, then we could get a nice 20-30% bounce. Right now, NQ is just squeezing to the upside. Pretty frustrating. This would not have been an easy long, because even if you longed here, you'd be chopped to death. So it really hasn't been an easy long. Even for scalpers, they'd be chopped to death in here. Which firm? Funded Next. Funded Next is the firm I'm talking about. They have the legacy account has no consistency and uncapped payouts. You could take 50% of your profit in the first 30 days if you take a payout. After the 30 days, I think you could take 100%. I'm not 100% sure if that rule's changed or not. That's why a lot of traders were rushing for some Funded Next accounts, because they wanted to get big payouts. It's basically like an Apex account. Well, Apex has had so much marketing that they're able to pay big payouts. They've had a lot of marketing, a lot of people, a lot of new traders use Apex, and obviously they bust a lot of accounts. Apex makes a lot of money from that. And yeah, that's how they pay the big payouts to the influencers or traders that get those payouts. Market's pulling back a little bit. Let's have a look. Looking a bit weak. Yeah, NQ swept this high. You see QQQ swept this high here. Now it's pulling back. ES hasn't done it yet. That's why I was thinking this could keep rallying until SPY does it. ES does it, SPY does it. SPY has not done it. SPX has not done it. So I thought SPX would keep going, spike above it, and then come down here and do something like that. But it's front run it so far, coming down aggressively. VIX is picking up again. Still an elevated VIX, but we are trending in the right direction. We're under a midpoint of the new contracts. New contract was yesterday. VIX is starting to creep higher. As long as VIX is under this, and we've reached our pivots here and here, the half gap, we should be all right. I think I'll still hit it with full size if it comes down here. I'll keep an eye on VIX. That would be a big move. That would be a 12% move. I don't think that's going to happen. Buyers pulling back also. Move this up. Half gap is a long way down. Head pressure is here on SPY. In here. Maybe we get a bounce from there. QQQ. Bounce from here and here. Back to the upside. Order flow is starting to look heavy. If we lose VWAP, will be the first time we lost it. For the NY session, so far we've kept above the VWAP. If we lose it now, it'll be the first time we lost it. That'll be a bearish signal. But I don't really care about that. I just want the market to come and give me my setup, give me my pivot. I can place a long. Hopefully we can make some money from the pivot. And yeah, make some money and get out of here. That's the idea. But right now, VWAP is trying to hold again. They're absorbing again, absorbing shorts. Some traders trade the VWAP. I'm not a trader that trades the VWAP. Yeah, a lot of times we do come back. Well, lately we have been. We have been coming back first 30 minutes. But what I would say is when we're in a nice, healthy bull market, generally you do see continuation even on the second 30-minute candle. We've had squeeze days, plenty of them. When VIX is low, we're just squeezing to the upside. Traders are trying to get in. We just squeeze for 2 hours and then get a small pullback later in the day. So that's what I was thinking maybe happened today, but it hasn't. We stayed patient. That's great. Well, I'm streaming. But that does not mean I am going to put unnecessary pressure on myself just to take a trade for the stream. If it happens, then it happens. Well, if it doesn't, then so be it. We've explained some concepts. We've gone through the charts. No trade is also a trade, they say. Being cash is also trade. There will be scalpers in here, scalping this. They will like it, and we hold VWAP, and they will be trading. Volume is okay, it's decent, it's not amazing. A lot of liquidity to the downside. If the market wants to come and get it, it may. But we will have to see. The only sweep of liquidity that's happened so far is only on QQQ. Not happened on any of the other indexes. right? It's not happened, so we could come back up and then sweep that liquidity and then come back down. So there's no guarantee that we're going to come all the way down there. But remaining patient, Bitcoin is getting smashed on the face of this planet right now. Wow. Look at this thing. Every rally just keeps getting sold. Every goddamn rally keeps getting sold, man. When is this going to short squeeze? There's going to be a time when we break market structure and people are still going to be shorting it. They'll come back down, they'll keep shorting, and then it'll reverse and squeeze everybody out before then dropping. That's the winner's mentality. It is. It is the winner's mentality. You have to stay patient. We're breaking VWAP right now. We're staying patient. Let's see deviations. Only one standard deviation so far. So the one standard deviation on this side may provide support. It's provided resistance here. Close enough. This standard deviation may provide support. Right? These are your standard deviation bands. So since this one's provided resistance, we might come all the way down to this one. Why is my chart lagging? Why the hell is my chart lagging, man? This is crazy. And my computer fan is consistently on at high speed, which is obviously, I'm not a computer wizard. I'm not very good with technology, but I don't think that's a very good thing, is it? Not that my computer fan is blowing. It's spazzing out. That's what we like to call it. Brits, that's what we say. It's spazzing out. There's going to be a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin. Maybe. Doesn't look great though. Let's wait for this. Are we going to get a pivot? Melanie, are you trading right now? Are you trading the Dow? What are you guys doing? Are you flat? Are you trading? Any positions open? How are you guys seeing this market? What do you think of the day so far? Let's see the quality of the stream so far. Stream status is poor. So that is not a good sign. Hit those likes, guys. Let's try and push some, get YouTube to push this algorithm. Hit the likes for the small group of people that are in here. I don't see a trade, yeah. Yeah, there's no trade. There is no trade. NQ is bouncing again above the VWAP again. Again, this gamma levels, L2 gamma level. How big is this? Let me see how big this is. Must be a pretty big gamma level, that's why it's holding. Okay, let's take a look. We want QQQ. So QQQ was 610. So 610, yeah. That's the biggest one. That's huge. That's pretty big as well. That's why we keep seeing support here. That's why the market is trying to hold 610. Market makers are hedging this level. And we are in positive gamma as well. So any pivots down here act as above it act as very good support. Below it is also support, but they overshoot. I have 4 rules and it doesn't fit together. Very disciplined approach, Melanie. Very, very disciplined approach. I really like it. That's really, really nice. That you have some rules for yourself and you are sticking to those rules. There is no right or wrong strategy. As long as you follow your rules, you're on the winning side. One strategy might work for me and it might not work for you. Something might work for you, might not work for me. But it all depends on your rules around it. So far lower high on QQQ. Could we come down? So Melanie, I think I've seen some of your charts. I think you're using MACD and RSI, right? I'm sure you're using MACD as an indicator. I'm not sure what else, other rules you have. So you would use the MACD. Let's put MACD in here. So what do? Look for the crossover. So that would have been a long here. As soon as this MACD crossed over, that was actually the low of the day. But see, this crossed over on the downside and it was not the high. Look at this. Look at this dude. See, crossed over, went higher. But this one on the low end when it crossed. It caught the bottom. So yeah, I do have basic knowledge of the MACD. The higher this goes, the most, it means the price action is getting very stretched. It's 94 on the MACD here, and that's why we pull back. One minute cross under a zero line for sell. Cross under the zero line, 1 minute. Okay, so when we cross above, that's a buy, right? 14 and 50. To this. So we get above it, that's a buy. Zero line. Once we cross above it, that's the long, right? We cross below it, that's for short trading, right? Yeah, that's good for scalping, especially if you're on a 1 minute chart. I can see scalpers using this thing. It's 100 HMA. What's HMA? What's the abbreviation for HMA? Yeah, right. MACD is a momentum indicator. You also use RSI, right? I know traders that trade momentum. I'm just more volume based. Volume and live order flow. So, not every style is going to fit every trader, right? Yeah. Use a 100 HMA. What's a 100 HMA? Here we didn't get below the zero line. This is where we get above it. So you would have long this candle here. You would have long this candle here, because that's when it gets above the zero line. Not sure what part of this candle you would have got in, but even if you got in, say at the high, if you got in at the high of the candle, you would have had to take 61 points of drawdown. I would have been stopped in that move. Whole moving average. Wow. Yeah, I've never heard of that one before. Whole moving average. Okay. And you use 100 length, right? Okay. So it's like a moving average. So how do you use this? You short under it and long above it. So you want MACD to be above zero line, and you want the price action to be above this HMA before you look for a long, I'm assuming, right? Is that the kind of thing you're looking for? All right. More clear. Yes, confluence, right? You want to see some confluence. NQ is still in squeeze mode. ZLSMA 50, more clear. Also, okay. Yeah, you have a system that you're using, and great. A lot of traders, they're gonna mock people that use indicators and things like that, but there's nothing wrong with them as long as you have a system and you're profitable, and that's all that matters really. Right now, NQ is consolidating. We have a small range day. I think they are going to consolidate, build some volume, and go higher. I think that's what they kind of want to do here. If they don't, if NQ wants to be nice and come down here and give me my long setup, then that would be great. But you can see a lot of hedging in this zone. For a long MACD cross above 0, 100 HMR under the candle. Yeah, also under the candle, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I've used a lot of different things. I've been trading for a long time. I know how to use all the indicators and kind of, how to play around with them. So I know what you're saying. I tried many different strategies, as you do when you're, as a new trader, you're trying different things, and then you find something that works for you. And for me, that was volume profile. I love volume profile. It shows me where market participants have been prior, and then I marry that up with gamma exposure, which is predicting high volume in the future. So you have volume from the past, and you also have volume for the future. And for me, when I combine that with the order flow right now it's playing on that screen. I'm not looking at it, not relevant because it's not at my pivot level. What used to happen before, when I was a new trader and I was looking at order flow, used to give me a lot of false signals. Oh my god, look, this is the delta is crazy, it's looking bullish, I need to jump into this move, this is not going to reverse, it's so strong. And what would happen is I would jump into that, I'll jump into the trade, and next minute it's reversed on me. Okay, so I tend not to look at the order flow screen because I don't want to be tempted to take a trade that's really not part of my plan. So that's playing, that's only, order flow is only relevant when I'm ready for execution. I want to see, when it comes into my level, I want to see volume slowing down, I want to see the tape slowing down. I want to see some form of exhaustion. I love exhaustion. I like more than absorption. I like exhaustion more, because that exhaustion tells me that the auction no longer wants to trade lower, right? The sellers have said, okay, enough. The price is now as low as we wanted it to go. They're no longer selling, and then market mean reverts back, because market's always looking to for liquidity, right? So over here at the edge of the profile, if market just V's down, right, and sellers have said, okay, we do not want to trade any longer here, you see exhaustion in the order flow, then you get mean reversion trade back higher. You get long stepping in, the sellers are off, they no longer want to sell, buyers step in, a lot easier for the buyers to drive price higher back into liquidity. So this is liquidity. This is not liquidity. This is what they call a run on liquidity. Some stops. Yeah, there's some stops there, but that doesn't mean the market's coming down just to collect those stops. No. That's not how it works. There's stops everywhere. It's usually algorithms have placed a lot of stops and also a lot of buy orders. That's why you see a quick snapback. And then if you see exhaustion at that level, that's even a better confirmation, because your liquidity is here. This is your liquidity. This is where the auction is happening. There's a lot of buyers and sellers transacting here. Okay, not down here. And you see exhaustion down here. You can see there's no volume here. There's no volume. So when the market comes here, sellers would say, okay, maybe the price is low enough, we're no longer going to sell. The market looks for liquidity again, looks for a balanced auction, and the market snaps back. All right, so that's kind of the idea here. So yeah, that's how we use order flow. You will get there, K-Dog. You will get there. It's good to know how the market moves. It's good to know how it moves. So let's take a look. Right. Look at this. I'll show you something. I'm actually going to bring this to this side. Look at this, right? So this is the same candle you see on TradingView. This is on ATAS, right? So on this side of the candle, you see aggressive market participants hitting the ask. These are all aggressive orders, and on this side is all aggressive buy orders. Okay, these are market orders. Everything in this candle you see is market orders. What you see here is limit orders. These are orders that are waiting to be executed, right? Okay, so that's that. Right now NQ is ripping. So for a market to move, you have an order book. Okay, right, got 9, 8, 7, 6. This is your price levels. Okay, the market is trading here, for example. In order for us to get the market to move from 9 to 10, we have limit orders placed here. Okay, so say we have 5 limit orders placed at 10 price level. If you market order buy, if there's no market orders, no aggressive market orders, the price is going to stay at 9. It's not moving. You need market orders hitting the ask. Okay, you need them hitting the ask and moving the price to 10. So if you placed a 5 contract long order, now the price is at 10. Okay, imagine we have 20 orders here at 11. You place another 5 orders. You place another 5 orders. We still have 15 orders still remaining at 11. Okay, so you are still at 10 until you've taken out those 15 limit orders that are at 11. Okay, so in order for the market to move, you need aggressive market participants. Aggressive market participants, they're called market takers. Okay, so they take liquidity. The limit orders, they're market providers. They provide liquidity providers. Okay, so they will stack orders at these levels to make sure what? To make sure the market is liquid. Okay, on both sides. So that's the idea. That's how markets move. That's how they function. That's why you hear traders saying he has crossed the ask or crossed the bid. That's a market participant, market longing to try and move the market. So if we're getting so many market participants longing here, and you've got a massive short order, and the short order just keeps reloading, and it's eaten all the market orders, it's absorbed them, then you may get a reversal. It's not guaranteed, because in order to get the reversal, you also need aggressive market shorts. Okay, you also need aggressive market shorts to help that big order, the limit order, to bring price back down. Also, then what happens when price does come down, it starts triggering stop losses. That adds more fuel to the fire, and that's how you get violent reversals. So that's kind of a small little summary of how the market moves. Then you've got options. Options is a completely different thing. You would need to know some basic knowledge of options, because I could teach gamma exposure, but you need to know some basic stuff about what is a call, what is a put. Because you could sell a call, you could sell a put. So there's different strategies with options, and options have become a massive part of day trading. A lot of traders are trading options on a day-to-day basis, and when you open a options position, a market maker has to take the other side of that bet. And when they take the other side of the bet, they are exposed directionally to only one side, and then they have to hedge that with futures contracts or they have to buy shares of the underlying to hedge the directional risk. That's the kind of the idea. But you would need to know some basic knowledge of how options work. What is a call? What is a put? Strike price, volatility. Options are pretty complicated instruments. But what you need to know is basically is at these gamma exposure levels, market makers have to hedge the level unless these options positions have been pulled from the book, right? If they've been closed, because these are 0 days to expiration, and we do generally see in the afternoons PM session, these levels become less relevant because traders have closed out those positions. So if the market's trading all the way up here and you sold a put, which is a bullish position, you as a trader selling a put is a bullish position, right? And you're into the PM session, the price is all the way up here, you're closing that position for profit, and then 0 days to expiration options become less relevant. There is another software that tracks live options positions. So if there's a massive amount of call options or put options, that software will then give us that information. At the minute I'm not using it. I'm looking at it, I'm not using it at the moment. Because it's a very expensive piece of software, so I'm not using it at the moment. I'm happy with the tools I have. This is obviously, these gamma exposure levels are guesstimates. Anybody telling you that they are not is a bullshitter, okay, because you don't know if this option has been removed. All right, so if price comes down, you don't know if that option has been removed or is still there. So anybody who's trading gamma exposure is telling you there's definitely 100% going to bounce here. No, that's bullshit. Unless you've got the spot gamma hero, which is giving you live data, live market options data. But even that, I don't think tells you whether the existing options positions have been closed. I don't think that gives you that information. I think what that gives you is if there's any new options contracts open at that level. But I don't think it tells you whether the existing options positions have been closed. I'm not 100% sure of that. Don't quote me on it, but from my understanding, I think that's what it is. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to get to learn all this information. It's a bit of a different approach to trading. So yeah, I took one trade at the open, didn't like the way it was moving, took a loss on it, a couple of hundred down on that one. And that's about it. That's the only trade I've taken so far on the day. One trade at the open, didn't work. And after that, remained patient. No setup has presented itself after that, So we remain patient. I see SPX. I'm trying to go back up and sweep that level. Has SPY swept? Nope. Double top. I think if SPY comes down to it, triple bottom is probably very unlikely. I think if price does fall here, I don't think this is going to hold for the third time. We'll probably get a smaller retrace back up and then come back down, and I may find a setup. We have been streaming now for over 2 hours. 1 hour and 50 minutes. It's going to take a while to come down to those pivots. Nonetheless, some education for those of you who are still listening. Yeah, hopefully, if I catch something in the PM, I'll probably be in smooth stream. The links, hit the likes, guys, subscribe, share with your friends. There's links to the Discord. I have a Discord, but it's not very active. Trying to get that more active as well. Hopefully you can grow a small community of great traders, people that genuinely want to learn how to trade. See how far we can go with this YouTube journey. Very early days so far. Yeah, NQ's bouncing here. Higher low again. Probably run it back, I don't know. But no actionable pivots right now. Bitcoin still tanking. Yeah, I can see on YouTube this looks kind of delayed, I think. Not really sure why the OBS is just messing around, guys. OBS is just messing around. Bitcoin going straight down again. NQ starting to come down. The idea is all these lows here, there's going to be a lot of stops under them. They're probably going to come and sweep them and then reverse. because anybody longing in this area would have their stops under these lows. So you could expect the market to come and take those stops out, punish those traders. But that still won't correspond. I don't think it will correspond to a QQQ going all the way down to 0 gamma. This is the kind of day you eat too much chocolate, yeah. You know, I got into a really bad habit of eating sweets. Man, that is such a bad habit. Sugar's a killer. You know, trading and just snacking. I never used to be a big snack person. Even when I was growing up as a youngster, I've never been a snack person. Ever since I started trading and been sitting and on my desk for like, you know, 8-9 hours a day, I just had developed a really bad habit of just snacking, sugar snacking. Yeah, it's a really bad habit. I'm trying to come off it now. That's why I'm trying to do some fasting. Hopefully that can lower my insulin level and I can come off sugar, because sugar is so bad, and I'm trying to lose weight. When I was younger, I used to be really fit, really into my gym. I used to have my meals prepared for like days in advance. Used to be a fit man before. I hate being unfit. Don't really like that, because it's not just being unfit. It's not just the fact that you look bad. It's you develop a lot of health complications. Who likes you fat? You're funny. You're allowed some eating during the festive season, right? That's what we say. Everybody puts the weight on during the festive season, and then I don't know where you live, but every time you'd go in to the gym on the 1st or the 2nd of January in the UK, the gym would be absolutely packed, right? You could see people put on a few extra pounds. They've made New Year's resolutions to get fit, and then you see the gym packed for about the first at least couple of weeks of January, and then it just tailors off again, and it goes back to normal numbers. But yeah, I used to find that funny, because the regulars that you see in gym, you're always going to see them. They're very determined, very motivated individuals. You'll see them, but then in the 1st or 2nd of January, you see some crazy amount of new people you used to see. And then 2-3 weeks later, I never see them again. I was like, yeah, they quit. They quit. I stopped eating sugar for two months only, yeah. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, sugar's hard, man. Sugar's really hard. I never used to be a sugar person. Never used to be a sugar person. Yeah, after the 14th of Jan, I haven't said yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. I never used to be a sugar person. Became a sugar person because of this trading. Got me into sugar habits. Very bad. VIX is elevating, going higher. Our market makers are gonna step in and hedge this level again? Don't do it, market makers. Don't do it. Let the price come down to here and then you can start hedging. I think it's going to chop around. Hit workout at home. Yeah, I can't do workouts at home. I need an environment. I need an environment to do my gym. I need a bit of music. I need, some people, have a little bit of a chat to some people. It's like you get to get out of your house. It's like an excuse to get out, especially if you're trading, right? It's like an excuse to get out, because otherwise, I've found myself when I'm trading, I'd never leave. It could be the whole day. I never left my house. It's like, what the hell? Did I just really stay at home the whole day? Like crazy. And then I never used to be that guy that would stay home. I was always out and about. I could never stay home. Home for me back in those days was either watching football or just sleeping. That's what home was for. Or eating. The rest of the time I'd spend outside. As a kid, it would be sports. When I became an adult, it would be, going out and doing social stuff. Or be at university. And marzipan. What's a marzipan? What is a marzipan person? Chocolate. Yeah. Everybody loves chocolate though, huh? Believe it or not, I never used to like chocolate. When I was growing up. Never a fan of it. It's this job that's made me love chocolate. And Dubai is so convenient. I have a store downstairs. I just order, and they bring chocolates, water, drinks, anything I want from the shop. They just bring it upstairs. So that's what I mean about Dubai. It's so convenient. And gets you so lazy. Gets you into some very bad habits. That's one bad thing about Dubai. So I just bring some Twix and bring some Maltesers. Like I could never do that in the UK. You'd have to get out my house in the freezing cold, start up my car. I'm not going to do that for a bar of chocolate. Over here, just send a WhatsApp message, and they deliver whatever I want. Almond paste. Nice. I don't know. Never tasted that before. Almond paste. You love almonds, huh? I can see you love almonds. You gotta eat nuts in moderation too, because I know it's they have good fat, but you can't be eating too much of it. Because if you eat too much of it, then it actually becomes a bad thing. You caught 100 on that short. Is that a bad entry? I don't know where you entered from, K-Dog. I'm not really sure what you did. Where did you enter the short from? We broke the bullish order block on NQ9 and waiting for sells. We broke the bullish order block. Now I am waiting for sells. Yeah. I don't blame you. Looking for sells now. Am I shorting? No. But I can see why you're shorting. VIX is starting to climb crazy. Look at Bitcoin. Absolutely tanking to hell right now. What is this Atom coin? Man, this is going crazy. Man, these are all sort of joke. Bitcoin is an absolute joke, man. What an absolute joke. Catastrophe. Okay, Doug, you're next level, bro. You're next level. The market's trying to sell off, guys. Market is trying to sell off. That was kind of the idea, but I thought SPX was going to sweep before it does it. It's actually just double top before it comes down here. This would be amazing if both indexes could get into these support levels at the same time. That would make my trade a lot stronger. But yeah, I think we're going to just chop down. 25,192 and on the retest of pullback, as you say. 25,192. 25,192. You took it here. Wow. Risky. It's paid off for you. I wouldn't be shorting it because that could have just been a higher low, right? You shorted right here. Right at the point of control. Really, pretty much at the point of control. I can't tell you what to do, but I would not be shorting because that could have been a higher low. Could have reversed. I don't have a level there to short from. But it's a scalp. If it's a scalp, it's fine. As long as you manage your risk, that's okay. But I think you went off the idea that I said there's going to be a lot of short. Yeah. Remember when I said there'll be orders here? Stop losses. Now it's hitting this gamma exposure level. On QQQ is bouncing. Still think this market wants to head down. Triple bottom. I like the odds. Yeah, triple bottoms don't usually work out well. Double bottoms work. Triple bottom. I don't think triple bottoms is even a thing. ES is bouncing off a value area low here. QQQ is bouncing from this gamma exposure level. We see some exhaustion on the order flow. We could get along here. We could, but I am still going to wait for lower pricing. I am still going to wait for lower pricing because this is now one time framing all the way down. You see, this is just one time framing down. One time framing means since this candle started, since this drop started, we've never traded above that high again. Same, this candle, this candle, this candle, right? This is called a one time frame move. It's completely imbalanced move. That's a big fund selling this right now. And once they've dumped enough shares or contracts, this price should start reversing. I'm still waiting for lower. Down to 0 gamma. You get it? Should be alright. VIX should remain under the midpoint. For this trade. So I'm going to trade one account here, put another account here. That's my 2 longs. I'm going to take, see if we can get some order flow confirmation. This is a very one-time frame move. We could get a very nice move back to the upside. It may want to sweep the Asia low or London low, whatever you want to call it. It might want to sweep this level before reversing. Yes, it's got a long way down. NQ might want to sweep SPX. Still a way down. You can hit it from here to here. Retrace some of this imbalance as a long setup. If that doesn't work, then maybe we can try another long from here. But hopefully this marries up with QQQ at the same time. That will make the pivot a lot stronger. Need a right shoulder for a head and shoulder. NQ on the hourly. Yeah, so right decision not too long here, even though we could have got excited. We're still going down. The snapback is going to be nice, because this is just a one time frame move. It's a completely imbalanced move, completely one-sided. Don't see the chart of pivots. What do you mean? I see the volume. Okay. Put up this weekly. All right, we want to sweep this. Don't want to, like I said before, I don't want to see acceptance inside here for too long, even if we do sweep. So we could get a sweep. I want to see price moving straight back out of there. This is a one time frame move. Do we have any news? Let's take a look. Yes, we have any news here. This is quite a wild sell-off. I don't see anything. Bond auction. Fed composite index. On the stream, you're drawing the head and shoulders. The stream shows the volume chart. On the stream, you're drawing the head and shoulders. Okay, we're sweeping. NQ's at the pivot. NQ's at the pivot. Let's show you. NQ's now at QQQ's at the pivot. But the order flow is still heavy to the downside, so I'm not going long yet. SPX is still not got there. Now I can see some buying coming in on the order flow. NQ has swept. Okay, I'm going to try book is starting to reload. I'll take a stab at this. It's not the greatest, but we'll see. SPX hasn't reached it. SPX has not reached the pivot yet, so we shall see. The delta's getting weaker. For shorts. Hopefully we can get something good from this. Not looking amazing right now. Not looking amazing. SPX has not hit the gamma level. That's why I was looking for both indexes to hit the same pivot at the same time. Yes, it's still moving down. Yeah, volatility is still high. Out of this 50-point loss. This is really heavy selling. Now we wait for a sweep. SPX is now hitting that level. But NQ is very, very close to sweeping the daily low. You are not following yet. Yeah, it's always very difficult to take a trade against the trend. Volatility spiking. ES is taking this swing pivot now. NQ is about to break the low. This is wild. QQQ half gap support. All right, I'll go again.
Order filled.
Let's see. Trying to bounce. SPX. Yeah. Still heavy selling. Trying to come back. You can see QQQ is trying to hold the half gap. This is really, really gnarly selling. Strong selling, but I do think once the bounce comes, it's going to be a pretty big bounce. This is just a one time frame move. So I would expect a bounce from here to here on QQQ. First trade after 3 hours. Yeah. Don't blame me for waiting. Are you short? Are you long? I think maybe we chop this area a little bit and then go higher. That's kind of what I'm thinking. losing support. Really strong selling. Really strong selling so far. No bounce. SPX is now at a very crucial level. So I'm gonna leave this trade on right now. I'm expecting a bounce here.
Order filled.
I'm gonna take this on another account as well. Take this trade on 2 separate accounts now. I am just going to be back in just a sec. Need to go and get some water. All right. Looking okay. We're looking all right. Let's get a bounce. Keep going. I think once the bounce comes, it's going to be a large bounce. It's going to be a very large bounce, so be very careful if you are shorting, because I think once the bounce does come, it's going to be a large bounce. Yep, SPY also at the 0.5. QQQ is also at support. SPX is also support. ES has swept the low. NQ looks all right here, from here to here. Stopping out
Order.
on both accounts.
Order
This is
filled.
looking crazy. This is really surprising. This looks like a news-driven sell-off. Ukraine received US draft peace plan. Expected to talk to Trump. Kansas said city Fed manufacturing actual 18, forecast 15. This is wild, man. This is really wild. All right, let's see if we can dig ourselves out of a hole. Yeah, you're out. This is a wild sell-off, man. Really, really wild sell-off. Look at Bitcoin. Just made a new low. Wow. This is crazy. Delta is slowing on the short side. So I am gonna try this again.
Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah. Short from the triple bottom, yeah. That's what always happens. You think you could have held the trade for a lot longer. Let's see if we can get a nice pullback now. SPX trying to hold support. Overshooting. Where is VIX? VIX is starting to resist off the midline. We're getting a nice move back to the upside here. Coming gain some momentum. I'm expecting a bigger bounce. Expecting a bigger bounce here on NQ. Not sure we are going to get it, but VIX is starting to come down. SPY is trying to hold. Alright, starting to get some bounce. Keep an eye on SPX because that's going to lead. Let's see. If this bounce is big, it's going to go all the way back up here. Because this is just a massive imbalance. This is just a massive 15-minute imbalance candle. Alright, let's keep going. I'm up 50 points at the moment. The loss was 50. But I expect some continuation here for the bulls. Get some bears trapped. Like I was saying, once the bounce does come, I expect the bounce to be big. Come on, SPX. Order flow showing some absorption for shorts now. We're absorbing some shorts. Trying to push higher. Not a great amount of longs opening yet. Yeah, not a great amount. Pulling back again. This is not looking great. Take it off. Not great.
Order filled.
This is not good. This is heavy selling. This is
Order
ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. I think it's going to come down, trade into these bigger levels, close the gap from yesterday, the Nvidia gap. Yeah, got out of the way there. SPX is going to come and close that gap. Yeah, nothing is holding. No trade right now. VIX is climbing again. This is not good. Not good for the bull market. Now we got acceptance back inside the range. SPX trying its best to hold. Bids are starting to come in, starting to reload. Okay, we'll go again.
Order filled.
Not looking good again.
Order filled.
Yeah, this is crazy selling, guys. Melting through all support. Melting through all support. Plus 500. Well done, Melanie. You're definitely on the right side. Yeah, SPX lost crucial support. It looks like they're going to come down. Unless SPY and SPX can get above. There's no trade. This is a wild sell-off. The NQ is going to come into all this support. Not good for the bull market. Every time it goes into higher levels, there's no acceptance into it. I think this is where the Nvidia pump started. It's going to retrace the whole thing. And I come into this concentration of gamma here. That's the idea, unless SPX can start trading higher. SPY can get above 0.5 from here to here. Or it might backtest and just fall. Not a great session so far. Very difficult to even get short on a one time frame move. How you manage short this? There's been hardly any retrace. It's crazy. 200 more points to the downside. Let's see. Okay, we are now 2 standard deviations oversold. $340 points oversold. 200 more points. Yeah, that puts it right at where all that gamma level is. Yeah, you are a momentum trader, so you're trading with momentum. It's a different style of trading. And Bitcoin is just dead. Absolutely dead. Yeah. All that gamma is at the gap fill. That's what it wants to do. I'm going to take out the QQQ, artificial QQQ, NVIDIA pump from yesterday. That's where it's heading. Yeah, you trade. I know you're trading against me. I know what you do. I know what type of trader you are. That's all right. I'm still confident I'll get something today. I'm sure I'll catch the reversal at some point. Took another sell. How do you short down here? It's pretty crazy. That's some skill. A lot of delta is getting absorbed now. Look at all this. This is wild. Look at all that positive delta there. The price is just moving down and down and down and down. So yeah, we're getting some action. If we can get down here, that's going to be my next long trade. I will be right back, guys. Going to take a toilet break. We're back. All right, still selling. Longs are coming in now. Shorts looking like they might get trapped here. You always get a little move back to the upside before the ultimate destination. Look at this now. VIX is above the midpoint. This ain't good. This ain't good. SPY is at some head pressure level, but I still think it's gonna come down. QQQ is also a hedge pressure level. SPX. This is going to be support for SPX at 0 gamma. The trade would be from here to here. So let's see. One minute MACD, yeah. Comes down here, maybe take a long again. And that would probably be the final trade that I'm taking, although I wanted NQ a little bit lower. Could be a poof, that would be a big bounce. This is some wild selling, guys. Wild selling. Still selling, still coming down. I think Melanie, you have nailed it. Well done. Well done, Melanie. It would be nice to see all the indexes line up at the same time. Yep, QQQ is coming into major support and closing the gap. SPY is not there yet. Yes, coming into major support, 0 gamma. NQ will be coming into the weekly point of control soon. SPX is still not there yet, but undershooting because volatility is really high, so we could get a bounce here. I'm not taking it yet, still want to come and see it a little bit further down. Longs are starting to come in. Longs are starting to come in. But still not amazing. shorts are still heavy on the tape as well. You see big orders on the tape. Still slamming it hard. Still slamming. Crazy stuff here. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. 600-point sell-off. All just one time frame, except this part here. Phew. Alright, I'm long.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go in with small size, and I'm gonna, if we get a really nice bounce, I'll add to the trade. You don't see longs, yeah.
Order filled.
You don't see longs, yeah.
Order filled.
I'm gonna hit this on another account as well. So everything's at support right now. All support levels. So yeah, if this doesn't bounce, then yeah, I don't know what is going to bounce today, to be honest. I'll be surprised if this doesn't bounce, to be honest with you. We are, extremely stretched on one side of the market. And that elastic band can only stretch so far before this thing has to reverse back to the upside. Let's see. Yeah. Massively oversold on ES right now. NQ also massively oversold. We are 3 standard deviations oversold on NQ. Now we are seeing a bounce. So we should get at least a bounce to the 2 standard deviation, which is from here to here, back up to at least 886, which would represent a 140-point bounce here. So yeah, that's the idea on SPX. 100 points more down. Yeah, we could. Why expect a bounce here? Because this has just been selling off non-stop. So we have to have some form of mean reversion at some point. unless this is a news-driven sell-off, in which case we won't see a bounce at all. And I don't see any crazy news, so I'm not really sure. Apart from the Fed guy who's speaking right now, he's not saying that much. So I don't really see why this wouldn't bounce here. Delta stepping in from bulls. There's got to be some icebergs in here because I don't see massive shorts on the order book. So there's got to be some icebergs, hidden icebergs. Big traders filling some iceberg orders. But I do expect a large bounce here. On the NQ and the ES. So let's see if we're gonna get it. Delta's stepping in from bulls. There's not that much orders on the short side. So if there's no icebergs, then this should really push higher quite quickly. Dropping and chopping until 2. Yeah, I can see that. But you have to have your account ready to fight another trade. That's the main thing with trading, is if you do take two losses, you know, you haven't busted your account. That's the whole point. Now we're getting a nice move to the upside. I expect this to keep going. Five-minute doji is good. I think they're going to chop this area before going higher. That's still the trade. Gonna hold for a minute. See what happens here. I still think that's gonna happen on the SPX, and that will carry NQ and ES with it. Not looking amazing right now. Selling pressure's kicking in again. Yeah, live streaming on a wild sell-off. A lot of traders would have busted accounts today, that's for sure, on this sell-off. You're belonging, they're belonging here, 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 here.
Order filled.
Nope, this is not looking good.
Order filled.
Not looking good at all. Four standard deviations, almost 4 standard deviations oversold. This is a straight 700 point sell-off. Not abnormal, is it? Not abnormal, right? Calling this a normal sell-off. Four minutes. SPX 6600 is your next level of support. Right now, nothing is supporting. No pivot is supporting right now. It's losing all pivots. This is not very good for the bull market. Your next major support is the value area low, 460s. Let's look at this on a daily level. Let's mark out this previous day high and low. This is when the Nvidia pump started, so we've retraced the whole Nvidia move. This is not a normal sell-off. Yeah, when is the last time you saw a drop like this in one straight line? Look, even these got retracements back up. This has had nothing. Hey Mikey, what's going on, bro? Nice to see you in here. How's it going? How's your trading going today? It's been a wild session, man. It's been an absolutely wild session. Look at Bitcoin. Wow. SPY is at hedge pressure. SPX wants 6600. Been trying to long here, Mikey, quite a few times, got stops. This is a crazy sell-off. I don't know how you guys are seeing it on that side of things. What side of what side of the trades you've been on, but I've been on the wrong side of them because I've not seen a sell-off like this in a while. When was the last time you saw this? This looks like a news-driven sell-off. I can't find any news. Yeah, man, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. SPY is trying to bounce, so I might long here.
Order filled.
I'll take a long here. Getting a lot of absorption at the lows on the NQ. 11-hour shift. What do you do for work, Mikey? Yeah, I'm keeping it light, keeping the size small because this is the volatility is insane right now. Look at this thing. We're almost at the value area low. Man, this is some wild price action. Wild price action. Construction. Nice, man. Construction, is that in the US? We're getting a lot of longs here again. This looks like a trap again. Looks like a trap. I'm out of here.
Filled.
This is not looking good at all on the order flow. I'm going to stick away from this right now. I can see on the sides here they're pulling away the orders. Look at this tape. All sells. You've got a big seller here. This is the perfect time to squeeze him if they're going to take this higher. Oh, Scotland. Nice, man. Oh, yeah. I remember you now. Yeah. I do want this level. 467. So that will be a better level to long. Yeah, they're bringing him all the way back down. So I'm glad I got out of that trade. Let's see the SPX. Front run the level. 6,600. QQQ is bouncing off a hedge pressure level. SPY bounced off a hedge pressure level. Big bounces, but I don't know if this is the full reversal. ES also at the hedge pressure. They're trying to build some base to go higher. Now they could just be trapping traders again. Just a second, guys. All right, back. Yeah, guys, this is not a normal sell-off. Okay, I haven't seen a drop like this in a long time. If you find it, let me know where it was, because I don't see it. This one here was quite wild, but even that got a retracement back higher. That was only 109 points though. This is over 500 point, 600 point sell-off in less than an hour. Well done, Melanie. You're close to your 200k balance. That's fantastic. Man. 800 points, basically. 800 point sell-off. Come on, a little bit lower. Take it from here to here. Come on, a little bit more down. Alright, bouncing off the value area low. I'm going in with small size.
Order filled.
And I will add to the position if I get a bigger bounce here. Okay, I'm going to add
Order filled.
some more size here. I think this is going to be a big bounce. I said that before and I was wrong and could be wrong again. But this should give the bounce that we've been waiting for. Very unusual, the sell-off today. I didn't expect an 800 point sell-off. Happens. I don't remember the last time I've seen such a violent sell-off. But there's a lot of offers here that the bulls have to get through if this is going to be a 200 point bounce to the upside. Yeah, that would be a 190 point bounce. we're at the value area low. We have some exhaustion. Should bounce, but who knows? This market, don't know what to tell you.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm taking some size off. It's not looking very good. Yeah, this is not good. I don't know what's going on today, mate, to be honest. It's just absolutely insane. I don't see any news. This is just completely abnormal. This is not normal. This is an 800 point sell-off, guys. 850 point sell-off. And we're going lower again.
Order filled.
Going to sweep the previous day lows here. Swept. Swept the previous day lows. And still selling. Wow, no wonder traders positioned all the way down here. Bitcoin's now at 86. Yes, almost at value area low. Swept the previous day's low. Here, I'm going to take another
Order
trade.
filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, VIX is crazy. Yeah, both indexes look like they want to sweep. Before we see a bounce. Yeah, you need a big move. I'm long on it, so let's see. SPX is still holding the level. But we're below zero gamma levels. That's why it's overshooting. It's currently up 50 points or so on this long. It's trying to bounce. Like all failed attempts, basically lost 60 points or 50 odd points in literally like a second. Wow. This is nasty. This is nasty selling. This is really, really nasty selling, guys. Really, really nasty selling. I don't know what the hell is going on. This is a bear market, guys. This is a bear market. This is a bear market, boys and girls. This is the bear market. We close 2 candles under this here, 410, 2 daily candles on there. We're in a bear market. Drawdown, UVIXI, see you tomorrow. Yeah. You busted the account? Did you bust your account? Yeah, this is stupid, mate. This is really stupid. This is not making a lot of sense. I suggest just getting out of this market for now. Yeah, this is not good. 410's my key level. I said that before. 410 is my gauge for bull and bear market. Yep. We are in big trouble. We are in big trouble. 2 daily candles on the 410. We're in a bear market. I expect the index to go down at least another 5 to 10%. That's minimum. Bitcoin's led the way. NQ could follow now. Bitcoin's had a 30+% correction. So yeah. Never too late to a bear party. Just get it over and done with now. Get 2 closes under that. And let's get this bear party on. Quickly show you how I determine bull and bear market. I have my own method. So basically what I do is the recent upswing. So this section of the chart here, I measure the biggest candle in this upswing. The biggest candle is this candle. I measure the low of that candle, mark out the low. We get 2 daily closes under that. We will see a 5 to 10% correction in the market. I'll show you an example of this. Look at this. This is the COVID crash, not the COVID crash, the tariff crash. So in this section of the upswing, this was your pivot, right? Your biggest candle. As soon as you got 2 daily candle closes under that level, it was curtains for the market. We went down 20% from there. Want to see another one? I'll show you another one. 2022 bear market. You want to see it? I'll show you. Most recent upswing. Biggest candle, this one. As soon as we've got 2 daily candles under it, 2 closes under it, bear market. Went down 22%. What's your strategy? My strategy is volume levels, gamma exposure levels, looking at the VIX, looking at all the indexes to see if they're lining up at the same time, using order flow, so this kind of stuff here. But today not a lot is working. So yeah, that's the way I determine bull and bear market. right now. That level is 410. And you can see that we are trying to hold that level. Drop the order flow down to 5 minute now. They're still selling. Just swapped weekly low on NQ. About to sweep the low on ES as well. A lot of orders coming in now. A lot of bullish orders are triggered. Under that low, so
Order
I'll take a
filled.
stab at a long here. You can also see a lot of volumes trapped on the bear side. That's the trade. Yeah, you can also see a lot of volume is trapped here in this candle. You see all that volume at the bottom is trapped. So let's see if we can get a nice push. A really nice bounce so far on this. A really nice bounce, protecting 410. So bulls know I'm looking at that level, and they don't want to give it to us. Just confirm the bear market. $32 points getting rejected at the previous day low. Can we get a bigger bounce? If we can get above positive gamma, I'm sure we can squeeze to 668. Or at least to 570. But we really need to get above the value area low on this zero gamma level. Currently sitting at 460. If we can get above that, should be getting a larger move to the upside here. SPX is also trying to reclaim 6600. Yep, nice move. Nice move. Still struggling to get above the zero gamma line. Getting rejected. But bulls look like they wanna press here. From the order flow, it looks like they want to press. If they reverse this thing, it's gonna be some squeeze to the upside, because this is the wildest selling we've seen in a long time. Straight 961 point sell off. That's not normal. That is bear market level. That's what you see in bear markets. Now they're trying to sell again. Trying to hold price. Bid trying to reload, but they're slicing through like absolute butter. We need some big buying here. We really need some big buying. Really need some big buying. All right, nice bounce there. Thank you, Bakhtawa, for acknowledging that. We are currently up 95 points. We are over the zero gamma line now, so we should be moving higher, at least to 570. Let's see SPX. SPX is now over 6,600 again. We are looking good. And like I said, once the bounce does happen, the bounce is going to be really nice. Should get a larger move to the upside here. It shouldn't stop now. It should not stop. Because they really haven't squeezed any shorts yet. The price hasn't deviated away enough from these shorts for them to be in any sort of danger. So my thinking is they have to take this price a lot higher for them to start closing positions. Yes, holding value area low. Should get a bounce from here to here. SPX should bounce from there to there. And NQ should bounce ideally from here to here. In an ideal world, that's what should happen. I don't know what's going on today beneath the surface. This is a large player selling. Can you make a video explaining gamma? Yeah, I'll do that one day, yeah. If you tune into the stream, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be streaming regularly every day, and I'm explaining concepts, gamma exposure and volume profile. So just tune in, and I will explain that on stream to you. Hit the like, guys. There's quite a few of you in here. Please hit the like so we can push the YouTube algorithm to more people. Really appreciate each and every one of you guys in here. Yeah, no problem, Blake. I'll definitely explain that to you. What I would say is just get some basic knowledge on options. Just go on YouTube or go on ChatGPT and just ask ChatGPT what is a options call position, what's an options put position, so you just know the basics, because gamma is a little bit more technical, so you need to know the basics of options. Otherwise the explanation is going to get difficult. Come on, NQ, man. Don't retrace back down. What do I prefer, bookmap or ATAS? I prefer ATAS because I get all this data that I don't really see on bookmap. Plus, from day one, I've been using ATAS. So yeah, I have a bias towards ATAS. You could do a lot more with ATAS. There's so much you could do with ATAS. There's a lot more functionality with ATAS than there is with bookmap. So for me, it's ATAS. Other people prefer bookmap. One good thing about bookmap is you can see iceberg orders, which you can't see with ATAS. ATAS did say they're going to bring out a function for iceberg orders, but we're not there yet. And the reason why I want iceberg orders is because sometimes this book doesn't give you the full map, because you see delta will be increasing, the book will be thin, right, on the limit orders, and you're thinking, why the hell is price not moving higher, right? You're thinking, what's going on here? Why is the price not moving higher? Because if there's a lot of aggressive market orders, aggressive market longs going through, and there's not that many short limit orders, surely the price should be moving a lot higher. But what that really means is there's an iceberg order. There's an iceberg short order absorbing all that market, all those market longs. And that's one thing ATAS does not show is icebergs. Bookmap does show icebergs. So that's one good thing about bookmap that ATAS hasn't got yet. But I'm not going to pay an extra $100 just to see icebergs. But believe it or not, there's a lot of icebergs. Today I saw so many examples. You know, a lot of aggressive market, longs going in, but not many limit short orders, and the market was not moving higher. So it was quite evident that that was iceberg orders. Yeah, this is not looking good at all. It's just some stupid selling. The Trump admin is readying a plan to ease legal hurdles for government layoffs. Man, this is not good. This is not good. The market is absolutely right now capitulating. This is total capitulation. This is a 3% sell-off in less than an hour. That's not normal. ES just swept the lows as well. Really wild selling. Absolutely insane selling. Oof, 4%. 4% sell-off in 1 hour. Oh, wow. We really should not be trading this. This is something really strange going on behind the scenes today. There's something really strange going on behind the scenes, guys, today. It's going to come out probably in the next day or so that something happened behind the scenes. I've not seen a sell-off like that in a long time. Last time we saw that was during the tariffs, and when Trump announced tariffs here. Where was it? Here, against China, on 10th of October is when we got that massive sell-off. That was expected, but what's going on today? What's this? Anybody care to explain this? Does anybody know? Anybody heard anything? Any news somewhere? This is not a normal sell-off. This is not a normal sell-off, guys. Look at this thing. Just one time frame down. Almost 4% in 2 hours, basically. All right, let's get a bit of a move to the upside now. Is it finally going to give us a move to the upside? that we're looking for. I think ES just wanted to sweep. I'll stay on the stream until we finish this move, or until I close my trade. But I may just close this because it's not looking great. It's really just not worth trading at the minute. ES trying to hold the weekly value area low here on the retest. Shouldn't be a big problem to get back to 66.54. Same with NQ, shouldn't be an issue getting back to 650s. We are $12 deviations oversold. Look at this. Look at this, dude. From open, we are 12 deviations oversold. Hits it right at the money. Should at least get back to 594. What we should get to here. Let's see where we are on the day with the volume profile. This looks like they're trying to put a bottom in and then gonna probably move higher like that. You can see where it's probably gonna go into this low volume node, fill that. That's a big imbalance here. That's where the value area low is. That's probably where price is gonna go after it forms a bottom. And they're not going to make this easy. It's not going to just go straight in one line. Usually when it forms bottoms, this is how it's formed. They'll chop it for a while and then squeeze all these shorts back to the upside. You can see they're building the profile here. If they get back above value area low and it closes somewhere here today, maybe the bull market's saved. Again, I need 2 daily closes below 410 to confirm the bear market. That's what I have to see. The delta is slowing down on the shorts, so the shorts are tapering. That's what I like to call. When I say shorts are tapering, this is a one time frame move, and to continue selling you just need continuous volume and delta to the downside, and as you can see on this 5 minute, we've still got a minute left. It's only negative 4.5k compared to all this, right? Massive difference. So shorts are tapering. Looks like the market could be, it's possibly putting in a low here, but we will see. I really wouldn't trade this today, right now. This is a crazy sell-off. Yeah, protect your accounts. If you got a spare accounts, fresh new eval or something, maybe you can trade it. But yeah, don't be risking any funded accounts today on this thing. Yeah, I think a lot of people would have got burnt today, longing through this. I lost a lot of trades today. But I'm not too disappointed because this is not normal. This is not normal. And anybody telling you they would have saw this sell-off is a liar. Nobody will tell you this. They're going to see a 900-point sell-off, or they saw a 1,000-point sell-off. Still going down.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out. Let this thing go. K-Dog saw this with a triple bottom. He saw this. He saw this triple bottom here. As soon as we lost it, he went short, and the rest was history. But it looks like the market is probably going to put in a bottom and then move higher. But by the time it's done, it's blown everybody up. If anybody long in here has probably been blown up. So, you know, if you're long in here, you probably haven't got any accounts left. You're probably blown up on this move down. So, yeah, that's why you got to have set strict rules on days like this, where you lose one trade on the account and then you just leave that account alone, trade another account. One trade loss on there, move on from there. From that account, so on. Just one trade on each account. Anyways, I think that was a bit of a longer stream than I anticipated. But thanks, guys, all of you for being here. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we will get a better day. I'm not sure we will because we are under bear territory now. But I will be looking for short setups as well if we close under 410. So tomorrow we'll be looking at both sides of the market. All right. Anyways, guys, thank you for all of you for tuning in. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.